What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
Going way back till the early days. Rockin' it.
Got this fresh stuff.
Money beat. You know how we
Give it, party people, something funky. Y'all ready for this?
I'm going way
Back.
It's the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Your home for classic hip hop. Raw and uncut. Please, first let me say, and I know we're gonna get to it, but I know a lot of y'all is probably, well, if you're not watching the game right now.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching this big Clippers game. I'll let you know, dubs up. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing.
I totally understand.
Bay Area.
Bay Area. That's right, Bay Area, nigga. Town business. You know how we do.
I give up the curtain.
So if you want to call in, shout us out, man. The number is
855-878-4652.
That's right. My name is Money B, and of course I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Ty Teasy, bringing you the old school new news and keeping us brothers in check.
For sure.
Where's my whip?
You got to give Ty Teasy her sound effects. And of course I got DJ always in the building.
What up?
Bringing
How
the
you feeling?
sounds to your ears.
Yes, sir.
Always what it do.
I'm good.
So crew, what's been up with you, man? It's been a week. What's happening?
Well, the past weekend I got it started at a club called Spike's Bar and Grill in Bellflower. It was a dope show with Money B.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
It had some special guests, Hutch.
Big Hutch.
From
Code
Above the
187
Law.
Above the Law, who is my special guest this evening. So please stay tuned.
And then we had Tupac. Then we had a Tupac lookalike come onto the stage.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask about that. What was that about?
I would have to say that we would have been better off with the hologram, honestly.
Wow.
She was do-right, my guy. Damn, I mean, he did look like Pac. But
That's about it.
But you know,
He was too tall.
no, he wasn't. He was.
You sure?
Around the
He
same
looked
height as
way
Pac.
too tall.
Nah, he wasn't. Pac was about that height, and I'm sure Hutch will vouch for me because we was sizing that nigga up just in case. Not just nigga. Case
But
we had
it
to
was
Doing too much.
It was a really good show. It was a great turnout. It was a lot of people there. The food I heard was good. You know, they had the chicken wings and everything. It was really nice. It was a really nice venue. Thank you, Marcus and Smooth.
And everybody
else that made it happen.
What up, always? What about you?
You know what? I didn't do too much. Actually, what did I do this weekend?
What did you do?
No Jamie Foxx parties?
No Jamie Foxx party, but I'm doing the Jamie Foxx show tomorrow.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
what's
what
up
the
with
location
that?
is. I'll let you know.
Where's
I'll let you know.
are you going to invite us?
I don't. Hey, I'm getting the information.
And Maxwell, our
I know,
photographer.
I got you, Max.
I know. Can I go to Jamie Foxx's house
Yes,
one
you
goddamn
can.
time?
Yes,
And you know
can.
he always got that +1.
Always.
Right.
No, but I went and saw Brick Mansion today with my father.
Oh, was
word?
it good?
Dope.
I was
Dope.
really.
How
A
did-
little
yeah.
twist at the end, not the typical ending to these types of movies.
How was RZA in it? Was he
RZA
believable?
was very.
Was he RZA-ish?
He could have been. RZA could have been a little bit better as far as acting wise, but like
Did he act like a RZA?
He acted like a RZA.
I can't stand them RZAs.
He was cool. It was a good movie. I like the little twist at the end because this type of movie you think this certain thing is gonna happen and it doesn't. As far as the end part.
Okay, spoiler alert. So how was your weekend?
I didn't get specifics.
I was with Ty Teasy. No,
I bet.
nah, like she said, we had a dope show at Spike's Bar and Grill, Old School Fridays. My man Big Hutch was in the building. We ripped it down.
That mix work out for you?
Huh?
The mix work out for you?
Oh man, it was dope.
Cool.
And for those of you who were at the show, always did the music for me. So
Great job
put
always.
it down.
Thank you.
And of course, all weekend, or ever since when I woke up the next morning, that's when that whole Donald Sterling shit started happening. So
Okay,
I'm sure we're gonna talk about that. And speaking of that, let's get into it with the old school new news with Ty Teasy. It's the old school new news with Ty Teasy.
Thanks, man. Okay, let's start off with some lawsuits that's going on right now.
Right.
Master P's soon-to-be ex-wife, Sonia Miller,
What?
is asking for $67 million in the divorce proceedings. That's a combined of $54 million from No Limit Records,
Right.
which is worth $136 million.
Still.
And she's asking for $10 million from the Make It Say energy drink. I didn't even know
I
that
didn't
was
even
on the
hear
show.
about that.
I
What's
didn't
up
know
with
he
that?
had it.
Maybe that's
Master P,
in
come
the
talk to us.
South. And so she's also asking for 40% of the Miller fortune, which includes real estate, properties, cars, and other items. And it said that Master P himself is worth $180 million. So if she gets that, if she's honored that,
Right.
does that mean that he's only going to be worth $44 million?
No.
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 Okay. In other lawsuits, Pebbles.
Oh, I saw this.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Pebbles
swear.
is suing Viacom for $40 million
Right.
over the TLC story. She didn't like how they portrayed her in that movie as a crook and low down manager of the girls group.
Yeah, she was done a little wrong in that.
So she's asking Viacom for $40 million. Now let's get into some album releases or album talk. Lil Wayne was seen in the studio with Manny Fresh. He's actually working with him on the Carter
What?
5. So they were in the studio together. Little Boosie's album, which is called Touchdown to Cause Hell, will be out July 15th. And my boo, Nas. Nas is working with Swiss Beats and No ID and Timberland on his upcoming album.
Should be dope.
It should be. But I don't like him for his music, but we've already talked about that.
Right. Enough.
Enough, right?
I don't want to get suspended again. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So the talk around town, the big talk is about Donald Sterling being caught on tape for spewing out those racial slurs that his ex-girlfriend V. Satavano.
What's her name?
V. Satavano. I can't pronounce.
Scandalous bitch.
It's definitely a Mexican and
That's what
black
you call-
name.
Right. Well,
is.
she put the tape out. So some of our some rappers had some things to say, and we have some of those sound bites. Snoop had this to say.
A message to the motherfucker that owned the Clippers. You bitch-ass, redneck, white bread, chicken shit motherfucker. Fuck you, your mama, and everything connected to you, you racist piece of shit. Fuck you.
And Lil Wayne had this to say.
This dedicated to motherfucking Donald Sterling. Fuck you. If I was a Clipper fan, I wouldn't be one anymore. If I was a Clipper player, you wouldn't see me on the court anymore. An apology wouldn't do for me. I'd understand that the person that owns the team that I'm playing for has no respect for me, all my people, all my kind, and I'm out here busting my ass every night for the team that would only make Donald Sterling happier, richer. Nah.
And President Obama himself said the following.
When ignorant folks want to advertise their ignorance, you don't really have to do anything, you just let them talk, and that's what happened here. Obviously, the NBA is a league that is beloved by fans all across the country. It's got an awful lot of African-American players. It's steeped in African-American culture. The United States continues to wrestle with a legacy of race.
And so today, Adam Silver held a press conference and said that Donald Sterling is banned from the NBA for life, and he will have to pay a $2.5 million fine. That money will be donated to anti-discrimination and tolerance efforts.
Why you didn't play the Money B soundbite? What did I have to say?
What did you have to
What the
say?
fuck did I have to say? Well, what I say is, I'm glad all that shit happened, right? But, you know, I'm really not going to be satisfied, or I'm curious to how the players are going to react until the team is actually sold, because until then, he's still making money off
Right.
these black people that he don't want.
Without all the sponsorships,
I totally agree and understand. Frank McCourt is kind of in the same situation. Frank McCourt's still making money off of Dodger Stadium because he owns the parking around Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
So he's still making money there. And, I mean, the good part is that he can't attend any other NBA function. Anything.
Yeah, he's bad.
Anything.
He's bad.
All-star,
I
any
understand it.
arena,
Practice.
he can't come. Any arena, he
Stop
can't
tapping the
go.
table like
I'm
that.
sorry, man. He can't go. But, you know, at the same time, I saw that they put it out there that Magic could be.
Well, Magic said that he didn't want to buy the team.
I
But
think he
I'm saying,
should.
like, as far as, all right, he's away from all NBA operations and anything associated with the NBA. That's a step in the right direction.
Right.
But, you know, next year, if he hasn't sold the team, if I'm a free agent, I don't want to go make this guy money.
Very true.
Right.
You know, I don't want to go there. And if I'm a player, a current player, I might feel a certain way.
I wouldn't renew my contract.
You know, and people that are even signed and locked in, you know, to these guaranteed contracts. Of course, you want to play out and make your money, but I don't know.
It's
I think it needs to be done
It's
swiftly.
unfortunate all the way around.
And you do know the owners are voting to
Make him sell his.
get him out. Yeah. to
Right,
make
and
him
he said,
sell his
and he
fortune
said it's
himself.
not for sale, and he's a lawyer, so he's gonna fight it for a while.
And I don't think none of the Sterlings should buy the team. They should not. None of them should be able to buy the team.
No, none of his family members.
Not
like
even
people
his
that-
wife. I
No.
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we move on?
sure
we
we
can.
can.
Thank you. I would like to send my condolences to DJ Rashad. He passed away Saturday. He was found unresponsive. Authorities believe that the cause of death could have been a drug overdose. He was only 35. And for those who don't know, he helped pioneer a breakneck dance called footwork. And also like to send our condolences to DJ Eazy-E, who passed away Sunday.
Rest
he
in
was
power.
He
Right.
was 46 years old,
My
and
God.
the cause of death is not known at this time. And lastly, happy birthday to Too Short.
Right.
Too Short turned 48 on April 28th.
That's right.
And that's this week's Old School New News on the Going Way Back show with my man, Money B.
And
Money
let me
Baby.
add to that. You know what's funny about Too Short's birthday is that I knew it was his birthday because when I was young, you know, when he used to just be selling tapes in Oakland,
Uh-huh.
he had a tape or a rap called the Birthday Rap.
Right.
And he said his birthday is April 28th. And it was part of the rhyme. So we always remember that, me and my brother. So every year, April 28th, we was like, it's Too Short birthday today. So yesterday, I'm looking at my calendar while I'm in my studio, and I'm like, April 28th. Why is that? I was like, is that my mama's birthday? I was like, no, my mama's
somebody's
birthday
birthday,
is
I
March
know.
28th. I was like, oh shit, it's Too Short
Too
birthday.
Short. Wow.
And just like forever, I will always
just
know
sticks in the head.
that April 28th is his birthday.
He was
because
smart for making that song.
Yeah, he
He
had a
was.
rap about his birthday. And that rap was the first time he introduced Blowjob Betty, if I'm not mistaken.
Blowjob.
Blowjob Betty.
It's time for a
This
break.
is like 82. Anyway, we're going to go to break, come back. My brother, Big Hutch, code 187 above law, will be in the building. If you want to call and talk to Big Hutch, please call us.
855-878-4652.
Right about now, we're going to check out one of the classics, one of my favorites. This is VSOP by Above the Law. And if I'm not familiar,
Great drink.
Hutch, remind me or let me know. I think DJ Fuse did the scratches in this song. So let's check it out,
he
y'all.
did.
Right here on the Going Way Back show. Money B.
Money B.
Big Hutch
Uh-oh.
in the building. What it do,
In the
fam?
building, man. I'm here. Pomona in the house. You know how we do it.
Pomona in the building.
Yes, sir. I see you repping the Golden State.
Man, you know I got
what I'm
dubs
saying?
up, man. I mean,
Huh?
I can't watch the game right now.
Hey,
but
man,
I
I'm a Clippers
definitely
fan. I am a Clippers fan. I am
Well,
a
that's. I mean,
What?
you know what? I ain't gonna,
Very few.
I ain't
My
gonna
sister's a
lie.
Clipper fan too.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Clippers.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate
Yeah.
because it is a team that I enjoy. I mean, everybody knows that I'm the official Laker hater.
Right.
So just being
Well,
out here, I don't.
you know, my mom's love the Lakers. My dad, rest in peace, love the Lakers. You know what I mean? I grew up in a Lakers situation, but you know, I grew up as a Michael Jordan fan, so I never really was.
So you never really fell
Laker
into it?
fan,
Right.
really, until Shaq came here, and I know Shaq, so I used to roll with the Lakers on that. But I really like the team because I like basketball. It's my primary sport I love. You know what I mean? So I'm really an NBA fan. So it's, like what y'all was talking about. It's really made me have to almost not be a fan. Because I love the whole NBA. I love the game of basketball.
Yeah, but can't you separate the owner from the players and the actual team and still root for the team, even though?
Well, I can support the players. I mean, but for me, I came up in a time where the era we came up was about standing up.
Exactly.
So I'm not really for somebody really who's basically said he's a slave owner. Basically, I can't support that. On no level, you know what I mean? So I'm happy what the NBA did. A lot of people don't realize that people on their social media making jokes and stuff, it's a real topic, you know what I mean?
Right.
For us as black people, we have to realize that, this guy believes that we are still slaves, period. It doesn't matter. He in his eyes, if you come up and shake his hand for doing a great performance at his arena, you're in his eyes a slave to him.
Yeah, he's just another one of my niggas.
Exactly. There you go. So I can't dig that. I can't dig that on no level. So myself, I'm happy that the NBA ruled like that, and I believe that they're gonna vote him out of there.
Oh, I'm happy.
It's bad for business.
And me being one of those guys that was making jokes on social media,
I mean, that's
I
fine.
still feel the same way. You know what I mean? Because it's done.
Right.
And I still have the same feelings that you have because
Absolutely.
we came up in the same era.
That's right.
Where it was just totally.
And you from the town, so it's way militant up that way.
My father was in the Black Panther
There you
Party,
go.
so you know what it is. And so it's totally unacceptable. But also understand that this younger generation and some of the situations that they're in and the ways that they feel.
Absolutely.
So I'm sensitive to everybody's feelings and opinion.
Yeah, but we can't be ignorant to the fact that there's not racism. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely.
That's the thing I want
blatant.
to put out there to young people. Don't be a fool. I mean, it's okay to understand that. Because we talked the other night.
Right.
We not that far out of Jim Crow.
Oh,
it's not that old.
Right.
It's not that old. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So everybody will act like it happened a million years ago.
Nah.
We barely was born right after Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying?
Right afterwards.
Come on.
So it's
You know what I mean?
right around the corner.
Let's just keep it real.
Well, and
so young people have to be mindful to that and know that these people, he's a part of that. He's still walking around. There's a lot of people still walking around like that. I know a lot of people are afraid to talk like that, but they're still walking around here. Now, whether they want to get on the phone and talk to their little side chick and mad because she was on the picture with Magic, which is what this is all about. He really probably wasn't mad at black folks.
Right.
He really was probably mad at his,
He was
the
mad at her.
Mandingo going up in his
Yeah.
situation.
He was nervous.
Really, yeah.
Wait, who is married, by the way?
Exactly. So
That's
really what he wanted to say on there. He
Exactly,
didn't
right.
really.
Prefer her
but
to
he-
get AIDS.
So he really was mad at that. Really. I mean, people.
He like, you can get AIDS, just don't bring them to my game.
Right. Exactly. He really was mad at that. You know what I mean? But what made me mad on that is
Right.
what made him really look like. At first, I thought he was just a disgruntled boyfriend, side dude, or whatever. But what made me mad is when he said, "I feed them, I clothe them, I give
Right.
them houses."
I give
like
them
the-
cars.
Oh,
I
my.
give them cars like they don't do nothing for him. He just gives them
He
to
just
him. Like
gives
they
them
don't
to him.
dribble a ball
He's
and pack
taking
the
care of all
stands and,
these
say, and make
Negroes.
people and get people to buy us hot dogs and popcorn and beer and all.
Like here, little nice Negro.
Exactly.
Take
Go, man.
this and go
Hey,
somewhere.
I take care of my cotton pickers.
Well, the thing that I don't want to get lost, and I think
say it.
is, or my
Welcome to
belief,
America.
Exactly.
my belief
Know it all
is,
day.
is that we have 4 major sports in
Yeah.
this country, and most of them are like in their 70s and 80s, and
Yeah.
I believe that the majority of them have the same beliefs.
Definitely.
They just didn't get caught saying it.
Right.
You
They
know
was
what I
hanging
mean?
some dudes.
And,
Their daddies was hanging some people from trees,
right.
man.
And I
Right.
don't know for sure. Some of them may
Big
have changed
time.
their ways, but I'm sure that
They are.
it's not this is not a singular belief or thought
Absolutely.
with one owner. He's just the one that got
I
caught.
think they want him
right.
to go away and shut up. I think that's what it's about. Shut up before you tell on me.
I was of the
Right.
mind of him going to court, and if he don't get his way, well, wait a minute. You
Well,
remember we was talking about?
there was-
That's
there was a
right.
lot
On the
of-
golf course.
Start
Remember?
pointing out other
Yeah.
owners.
Remember we talking about at the country club?
Exactly. You know that?
So that might be.
See, but there's a lot of things that went into the commissioner's decision this time
Absolutely.
because, he's new
Yep.
at being a commissioner. So he has to make a stand. This is his first
80-some
major
days, like-
executive decision, and it's a racial decision.
Wow.
You know, so he has to make two stances.
in a predominantly black league.
Thank
And
you.
I think he handled the
But
situation
ran by
quite
corporate
well.
Right.
Word
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
I
handled
mean,
it well.
he did it. You know, to me, he had been so much of a bad guy in the NBA. I think it was coming anyway like that. I think Sterling was about to get that anyway.
Something was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Because they felt it.
Yeah.
So enough about that motherfucker. Hutch,
What up,
you
dog?
got a new album.
The big hit.
It's called The Big Hit.
Yes,
if you don't
sir.
know, can we zoom
There it
in?
is. There he
The
is.
Big Hit. And we're going to talk more about the hit,
Okay.
The Big Hit, I'm sorry, as we go through the show, and play some new music off the album.
That's what's
A
up.
couple of them I really, really dig. And
I become the new news.
man. Oh, yeah. huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm old school
Yes,
new
sir.
news.
Old school new news,
Yeah,
for
new
sure.
news.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, in the house.
Uh-huh.
You know it. Well, let's start from the beginning, man.
Okay,
you know,
let's get it.
And of course, me and you, we've talked about this quite a few times. But for the listeners who've never heard it,
Okay.
you know, of course, you came in through with Ruthless Records,
Yeah.
Eazy and Dre and whatnot.
That was discovered by Laylaw.
By Laylaw, the big homie.
Yep.
Laylaw.
Laylaw.
What up, Law?
Yeah.
Real quick, tell me about your first experience, you know, meeting Dre and Eazy. More so Eazy. And what was your first
Well,
thoughts?
my first experience meeting, Law set up a meeting to listen to our demo,
Okay.
which was at the same spot we cut VSOP and, over the
I was
Audio
there.
Achievement. And we came in and we used to have this big boom box in the lobby of Audio Achievement. And if your demo didn't pass the boom box test, you probably got thrown out on the other side of the gate. So all I remember is we came in, it was like, okay, let's check them out. At the time, they were mixing the DLC record, No One Can Do It Better album. So they came out, threw the demo in, bumping, listened to it. I think they maybe listened to a verse of Murder Rap, maybe, and it was like, we're going to sign them.
You was with it.
That was it. Yeah.
So they was with
Murder
it.
Rap was
and,
cold.
and for what I'm understanding, of course, that you guys originated G-Funk.
Right.
And you actually were a part of introducing Snoop
Yeah.
to the whole situation. Tell us that story.
Yeah, I had, at the time Warren G was living with me. And he was actually like a,
So how'd you
at
meet
the label.
Warren G?
Well, when we were at the label, Warren was like a roadie, DJ for us at NWA.
Okay.
And so at the time, it's crazy because Dre had just bought this big house and he was like, man, Mom just kicked him out the house and I don't want him running amok. Y'all kind of like the same age. Let him come stay with you.
Okay.
I was like, okay. So I'm the little homie. I'm like, okay, let him come stay with me.
Right.
So all this time when Warren was staying with me, he's like, my partner getting out of YA and he's dope. His name is Snoop. Ooh. So when Snoop got out,
Right.
took him under our wing with
Okay.
Above the Law. So
So he's come out to promote it.
yeah, originally he used to come out to promote it. And once we started recording, because we started recording in Inglewood at a spot over there at the
Okay.
Mark spot. And so we started doing that with Snoop, and that's how we met Snoop through Warren G.
Okay.
Warren G brought Snoop to the table.
But weren't you like some of the original demos of music that weren't you guys kind of responsible for some of that?
Yeah, we were. What I was really responsible for is that I co-signed for Snoop to get his deal because Dre asked me when I was helping develop him, was he worthy enough to be signed when they were starting Death Row?
Okay.
That's when we all were one. You know what I'm saying? We were about to break, but once we became, once we broke apart, everybody was going different directions. That I want to sign this kid Snoop. Dre came to me like, "What do you think about him?" I said, "I think he's hot." And I mean, we had all this turmoil because at that time we didn't know that Cats was going to jump the fence like they did. We wanted to try to do it all together. He was going to try to do his own label. And then he was talking about, well, what about this kid Snoop that Warren keep talking about? Like he's hot. So.
What do you mean jump the label?
Okay,
jump the
like
fence,
here
I'm
it
sorry.
is. Okay, like say for instance, it was a group of guys that were gonna go start Death Row with Suge and Dre,
Okay.
which was Above the Law, DOC, Miss LA, and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Now, when we all figured out the whole science was to overthrow Eazy-E, we decided to stay as Above the Law. Now at that point in time, everybody was still cool.
Okay.
And he asked me about Snoop, and I was like, well, shoot, if you want to work with him, he dope.
Right.
I'm staying at Ruthless though.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh, so you just like, yeah, y'all. I know y'all doing y'all thing. But
Yeah,
Snoop,
but I'm staying at Ruthless.
Snoop is cool.
Yeah, Snoop is dope. I co-sign because if I had the power to say, fuck that motherfucker, he's whack.
Right.
and Dre would have followed my play. That's how tight we were.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what people don't know about the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everything
Big time.
back then is based on rep. If Mun came to me and asked me, what do I think about Pac, and I said he was whack, I guarantee you, Mun and Shock would have threw him under the bus.
Right.
Because that's how we did it back then. It was
Exactly.
about a credit check.
Yeah, y'all
You know
go
what I
back
mean?
and see what was up.
Right.
I got a
Or wherever
story
it
about
was.
that.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's how it worked back then.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're going to talk a little more.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break right about now.
Bless the show. Rest in peace, K.M.G.
That,
Wow.
Man, that's exactly what
That's
we're going
the
to talk
show. I'm
about
in the
next.
building. Wow.
And this is, speaking of K.M.G, we're going to get into Black Superman.
Let's get it.
Featuring my guy. He kind of ripped this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's check it out, man. This is Black Superman with K.M.G. And if you
Going deep.
Rappy or
Going
die,
deep.
right with the feet.
Y'all
Oh, that's my
y'all
shit.
look like y'all had a ball.
Man, we had a time, man.
Okay.
Video. Y'all probably
we
noticed
did.
in the background. Big Stretch was in there. Tretch was
Tretch,
there.
yeah.
We was even talking about K.K.A. from
Yeah, they was behind the scenes.
Second
Second and
was
None.
there.
Second and None behind the
Easy was
scenes.
there, obviously.
Yeah, Eazy-E.
Who made the
MC
track?
Ren, what?
Tupac.
I made the track.
She asked who
Oh,
made
you
That's
the
did?
track.
me. I'm the
Now-
funky. I'm the funkiest
Now-
motherfucker that used
Because
to
it
lay
sounds
low
like
with
it's
that.
something that Shock would have played
Was
the
that
piano
funk? Is that
on.
G
That
funk?
funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought it.
This is nice.
Now speaking of that,
Yeah.
now there's a few stories.
Hey, and it's messed up because remember Shock was missing on the record. We
Well, that's
like-
what I'm about to talk. So
Oh.
there's a few stories
Yeah.
about how,
and
how the track got done. So from your recollection, what transpired in the way that song came
Okay,
together?
I remember we kept waiting. We kept waiting for Shock. No
Right.
disrespect to Shock. I don't know if it was you or Tupac said, fuck Shock. Let's do the record.
Probably Tupac.
Fuck that. We finna do the record today. So
Right.
we finally did the record. I think we kicked it for like 3 days or something like that.
Yeah,
before
we
cut
hung
the
out
record.
for a couple days, but the thing was,
And no disrespect, much love to Shock.
so this is what happened. Now you didn't say.
Okay.
We was waiting for Shock, and I didn't say fuck Shock, but I was
Right.
like, man, I said I don't think he coming. I said, why don't y'all let Tupac get
That's
on?
real talk. Yeah.
I was like, let Tupac do it. And they was like, man, you sure Shock ain't coming?
Shit.
They wanted Shock, but
Yeah, we
because
did.
Pac wasn't,
I understand.
He didn't have
I
any-
Pac
understand.
was a little homie at the
yeah,
time.
he didn't have anything going or
No,
out or whatever.
no, mm-mm.
So they was like, man, I was like, I said, Pac could bust. They was like, yeah, but man, call
Yeah.
Shock one more time and see if he ain't coming down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, for sure, because it was like, it ain't really gonna be Digital Underground without him and him, but you know what I'm saying?
That's
We
right.
like, and that's who we fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we fuck with them first, we met, and how we met Pac was through them,
Was
you know
through
what I
us,
mean?
yeah, and
So-
Pac just happened to roll down with me.
Exactly.
And
So,
so he just
Exactly.
happened to be there. And then what I do know is after I
because we was
bust,
like y'all background singer or whatever, like,
Yeah,
at
he
the
was-
time,
he was
we was
rocking
Your
like,
roadie?
whoa, like-
Really? He carries the luggage.
I mean, we was like that. I mean,
Pac-
but I love Pac, you know what I'm saying? But that was kind of
he
Pac
was on
coming out
purpose.
party.
He was rapping. He was
That was his
doing
coming out party, yeah,
roadie,
for sure.
he was
Oh,
doing
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He was
See, and,
doing it all.
everybody thinks it's the other one is
What?
as Pac's first coming out.
It
Well,
is,
no,
but
same
that was
song,
was
same song was out first.
First.
Oh,
but
okay,
Still, But it
okay.
was still like it was right around the same time when it was
Right.
coming
Close.
out and
I
being
got you.
promoted.
So basically, your perspective of him changed after seeing him on this song or hearing
Well,
him
we
on
liked
this
him
song.
from same song.
Okay.
So it was
But they-
cool what he was saying, but we would have preferred having
Shock.
the
Because they wanted
DI,
because the whole thing
Well,
was they
Shock
wanted
It was
to-
above the law, DI. That's the whole thing.
it was supposed to be
Shock
Digital
was-
Underground.
Shock
yeah,
wasn't
and above the
missed.
law.
Hey, yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah,
And
Pac,
Fuse
Pac
was
got
there.
that, dog.
Fuse was there too.
Fuse was there, yeah.
Pac
Fuse,
ripped that, though.
actually, Fuse and DJ Chaos and Gomac scratched on VSOP, like he said, and another thing, a record we got called "Dope You Are, the Harder You Fall" on Black Mafia Life. Black Mafia Life is our second album, so it's not the first one. So it's funny because we toured with them when they had their first album out, and we had Living Like Hustlers out.
Right.
The story on us is that H and Gregory, we would go out. That was our road manager, and that
Right.
was him managed by him at
And
the
you
time.
know,
And-
people don't know it was a family thing because Atron was a road manager for Ruthless Records,
Yeah.
with NWA
Right.
and Above the Law,
Mhm.
and he was our manager, and
Right.
we were on his label.
Yeah, so we toured a lot with them in
Right.
our early.
And I just remember when you guys did the murder rap video. I just happened to be in LA,
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Atron was like, "Well, the guys that's doing the video, they said come down."
Yeah.
And I just remember I was like, man, because being from the Bay,
Is it gonna be
we
crazy?
say from the Bay we say blood, and
Right.
it don't mean
No doubt,
nothing.
no doubt.
Right. And
And-
cuz.
We say whatever.
Yeah, they do.
Cuzzo, we say cuzzo and
They
blood in
do,
the
they
same
do, they do.
sentence. And I just remember going like, man, I don't even know what these niggas is.
I love
I was
that.
like, I don't even want to. I said, I don't want to go. I say, I know y'all cool,
Right,
but I don't want to go down there.
And it just be some
me
college
talking
niggas,
like,
motor niggas, and LA niggas,
yeah.
and all that. It's
And I was
crazy.
just, I said, you know what, Atron? I said, you know what, I'm gonna cool out for right now.
Right.
And I catch him next time.
Right.
Step
And I
back
knew
a
I
little
knew it would have
bit.
been straight.
Right.
But I know how I talk, and I know if I would have started
Right.
saying something at that time,
Right.
that I probably would have.
Oh yeah. No, because when I was in the Bay, like when I came to stay with you in the Bay, I was like, man, y'all saying bloods out here, because I don't want to say nothing wrong.
and
Homie, it'd be
and I
like,
said, nah,
yeah,
don't worry about it.
Like, you know, it's like, nah, it's cool. It's just a phrase out here. I'm like, okay, cool. Then, you know, it's all good. So.
Yeah, I had Hutch around the way.
Yeah, I was in the hood. Have y'all at the park? I'm like, these dudes cool. They gonna be cool with me, man. I'm like, you know what I mean? They don't know me. Like, oh, it's cool. Just come on, kick it.
But everything was straight, man.
Treated
So
you like family, huh?
Yeah, they did. I love the Bay. I can't even lie.
let's switch it up and let's talk about K.M.G.
Okay, no
You
doubt.
know, the
My
homie, you know what I'm
brother.
saying? It's actually just about a year since he passed away.
Yeah, in July. It'll be July.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, you know, of course, remember,
Yeah,
we did
yeah,
it all.
right, exactly.
Now, there was a really huge gap where you guys didn't record together, obviously, because you had to, you know, take a vacation for a minute.
Me and Chaos.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
went to state,
You
I went to the
and
Fed.
Chaos.
Yeah.
And then once you were out,
Right.
I just remember, you know, when KMG stayed out in
Yeah,
Rancho,
y'all neighbors.
you know, and I'm out
Yeah,
there,
y'all neighbors.
and I used to go see him, and I just always remember, like, I'd be like, come on, man, get on this joint with me.
Right.
Man, he used to always procrastinate.
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
I don't know. So was that one of the reasons that you didn't record more once you were out? And
Well,
do you really wish that you guys could have recorded more?
Well, I want people to understand, you know, we did like 30 songs before KMG died. We were working on a big record before he passed. Actually, a week that he took sick, we were picking the album.
Okay.
The thing that happens when someone passes and you're in contracts with them, you know, things start changing. You know what I'm saying? You have to see who's going to own their estate, and it's a bunch of legal stuff we're going through. But we actually have about 27 songs in the archives that me and him done before he died.
Okay.
So when me and him and DJ Chaos got home, we just hit the ground running. It's unfortunate that, you know, my man go rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in the midst of us really trying to do something, and now we're in this legal thing with the company that we were dealing with in this estate.
Oh, to be
you know, so it's hard for us to put a record out right now. But we're cool because next year is 25 years of living like hustlers. So we're gonna put out 25 years of hustling next year with 15 songs. Then we're doing Knowledge Most Greatest album, which is a dedication album to him.
Okay.
And then we're doing a book.
I better be on that thing.
Oh, great! Yeah,
Man,
you got to
you
do
know
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's
And
my guy.
I'm trying to get the rights to a lot of the old stuff so I can call it what you want on anthology, you know, for us as well. So.
That's what's up.
And we're between doing a biopic or a documentary too, so y'all stay tuned for that. But we definitely have new Above the Law music coming.
All right, well, we're gonna run the break, but real quick, tell me about this song, Angels and Demons.
Okay, Angels and Demons is kind of like, you know, what side are you on? You know what I'm saying? Are you on the angel side or you a demon? You know what I'm saying? And both, we have that yin and the yang. It's basically a record about the yin and the yang in life.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's
Dope
what it's
record.
about. You know, what side are you on? What dominates your soul? That's what the record's about.
Now, that was just a sneak peek of your live performance with your band.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that you actually play,
Yeah, I play.
and you produced a lot of that stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
tell us about this new stage experience.
Yeah, the new thing that I'm doing is basically what a lot of people don't know is I produce all of Above the Law's music. You know what I mean? Like I'm the primary producer. You know, I created G-Funk.
Okay.
It was taken from me by the person who put me in the game, which was Dr. Dre. It was a theory I had as a
Warren
young
claims it.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He
Really?
claims to follow what I done.
Okay,
on
that's great.
record.
Okay.
Okay.
He is a part of the G-Funk.
He's part of G-Funk
movement.
era.
Okay.
He's part of
He's
the
a
G-Funk
G-Funk
movement.
era.
He's a part
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, I created it. I created it to be different than what NWA was doing. When I came to Ruthless Records, I was like, well, you know, we're a gangster rap group like them. Well, what's going to be our different thing? Okay, we want to put melody, funk. And the funny thing about it, the first person who ever coined G-Funk is a guy you bought in town that no one really wanted on our record, which was Tupac. So I remember he came in the studio with a notepad and said, hey, Hutch, what y'all call y'all music? I said, well, you know, we just call it gangster funk, man. We call it G-Funk, man.
And you put it in that rhyme.
He said, I'm bumping G-Funk. You can call it what you want.
And that was the first time.
That's
it
the
was
first
said.
time you ever heard G-Funk on the record. You got to realize, guys got to realize that
I didn't know
when
that.
we did Evil Vazagan, which is Niggas for Life,
Right.
That was done at the same time Black Mafia Life was done. Now, understand one thing. Niggas for Life was done almost a year and a half before the Chronic was even conceived. So if I done Black Mafia Life the same thing I done Niggas for Life, how could you be the originator of G-Funk? You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let's do history here, you know. Now, moving you forward, G-Funk The New Era, which is the big hit, which is artists that I got coming out for us, Cali Borns, the New Above the Law record, Cocaine, you know, the show goes on.
Right, shout out to
You know what I'm
Cocaine.
saying? Raw Crown, Shaylin Roth, all these new groups I coming with, which is G-Funk The New Era.
Okay.
Because those were the guys, the original guys that we're talking about, which is Cocaine and Above the Law, were the guys who were the architects of G-Funk.
Okay.
Which were my guys who backed my play when I wanted to do a different type of music and hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm coming with the band, it's me showing you that I'm a composer, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, and an artist. I was born as a musician. My dad's Richard Hutch, which is writer producer at Motown, and my uncle's Willie Hutch. So for people who don't know, I'm not just a gangster rap. I'm not knocking gangster rap. I love to do it, and it's great. I've done it real great. I've toured around the world from it, made lots of money, banged some of the baddest brawls on the planet. So I'm not bitter.
As a
You know
gangster.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't say that in disrespect. I mean, look, but at the end of the day, what I want people to know is I'm the one that created G-Funk. I gave a theory to Dr. Dre, and he ran with it. The unfortunate thing is that Eazy-E got 25% of the Chronic and wanted to put the Chronic out first before he put Black Mafia Life out. That's what the crazy part about the whole story is. So that's why the Chronic came out before Black Mafia Life.
So
It was a
it would have
business
been a
thing.
different story.
Oh, yeah.
So, another story that I kind of want to put out there. Once again, you know, we talk about the infamous brawl with y'all and the lynch mob at the
Man.
music seminar, and everybody knows about it. But you know,
You were there, huh?
I wasn't there.
I
but
was
heard a
actually
lot of
there,
stories.
He was there.
when they both walked up. So
Well, he was there when JD instigated it. And,
and then you threw your hat.
I want to say JD, keep your head up because he got life. So you know.
Okay,
What I'm saying?
but tell the story
That's my
real quick
partner now.
for those who just hear about it and what actually happened.
What
that day.
provoked it was, you know, we did a show with Gangstar and Low Profile at the time, which is Dub C's group, DJ Aladdin.
Right.
At that week of that show that we done, they did a profile on Living Like Hustlers, because Living Like Hustlers was one of the biggest albums that came out that year in '90,
Right.
which is it chart broke.
With
It
Sex
sold like
Package.
200, it sold like 200,000 records in 1 week, right?
Right.
And they asked us what was the difference between us and like an Ice Cube, and we said, well, you know, we were street hustlers. That's how we got our deal. You know what I'm saying? Hustling. We made our demos and all that, and we said we're not like Ice Cube. So Ice Cube replied back in the newspaper that, well, New Jack niggas from Pomona should only talk about the 10 freeway because that's the only thing that's going through that. Knowing that when we was growing up, we were some of the biggest D-boys out there, and he knew that. So Eazy-E called me laughing on the phone. I said, you know I'm gonna whoop your boy ass when he come to the show tonight.
Right.
So he comes to the New Music Seminar. He walks in my dressing room. You know, I gave it to him, a 2-piece and a hot wing, you know, 2-piece hot wing with a biscuit on the side.
Right.
So we go to New York. JD and them hear that we jumped Ice Cube at our show, and it was really me and him in a head-up fade.
Right.
So that's when you see me in the lobby with the bread moan.
Right.
And JD said, cuz we can get down right now. But he's super deep with who King's son, all these
Yeah.
other people from the
He
lynch
said,
mob.
Wait, I'll
All
be
them
right
cats.
back.
And I said, hold on, I'll be right back. I came back. I went and got Go Back. I didn't get Laylaw. I don't know where Law was at.
What's up, Go?
I was
DJ
probably faded in the
Chaos.
corner.
Right.
You know, the whole Above the Law crew.
Right.
And we came back down to the 8th floor. Now, you can look over every level at the Marriott Marquise. I'm like, here they come. They coming up to the floor. They coming up. We meet up at the escalator. What's up now?
Oh, shit.
Short Dog, all them. T-Bone, all them. Standing right there. I said, what's up now? I'm deep now. What's happening? Y'all want to get down? Oh, man, what's up? Let's take it to the bathroom. Well, Shorty decided to slip through. And hit Chaos. Why did he do that?
And then it was
the
on.
whole floor broke loose. We tore up the whole seminar.
Somebody was about to get thrown
Picked
off
up
the
panel
balcony.
balcony. Yeah,
People
I heard
getting
about
thrown
that.
off the
King's son
balcony.
got drugged by this
Yeah.
man.
You get-
King's son like 6-something.
Well, he got broke down by Gomac or somebody.
And
You
then
know,
he
somebody
whooped
broke
his
him
ass.
down. and
Motherfucker,
then-
they need in their
Don't
nuts,
hit the
it's
ground.
over.
Please don't hit the
Oh,
ground.
it's
Real quick,
over.
we're going to try to take a quick
Let's take a
call.
call.
Quick call. Caller, you on the air. Your name, where you calling from?
Who this?
This is Doug Young, the rap promoter, calling for Hutch, L.A., California.
What's up with it? What it do?
How you doing? What's up, Money?
Hey, what's up, family?
Yeah,
you
what's
know,
up?
I ain't gonna. I don't mean to cut you, but real quick, just let's say it because we got to get off the air like,
No
in like
doubt.
2
My bad,
minutes.
my bad.
My
No,
God.
I just want. I looked online and I saw Hutch was on your show today, man. I just wanted to say what's up to both of y'all.
Oh
All
man,
right,
I
thanks,
appreciate
man.
it.
Holly.
I appreciate
Get that
it.
big hit, man. BigShotMusic.net. What?
There we got it.
Thanks
All
for
right.
calling.
Hutch, real quick.
Okay.
Let everybody know where they can find you on all social media. Once again, shout out to Album.
Okay, yeah, you can follow me, OG Big Hutch, at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You can find all my music at BigShotMusic.net. That's Big Shot Music in my, music, not Z and all that. It's just music spelled the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
.net.
Use your words.
Or
people.
iTunes.
Use
I'm
your
on
words.
iTunes. I'm featured on iTunes now, so the big hit is featured on iTunes as well. So
Okay, the
there
big
it is.
hit.
And I appreciate all y'all for
Oh
having me.
man,
Thanks for coming.
God
Definitely
Thanks for coming through,
No
man.
doubt.
Tatizi.
Learn something new.
TEEZY. Remember, if you're watching us on YouTube, to subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a comment and thumbs up.
Always.
Thumbs up.
God.
At Always in the Ear on Instagram and R_always on Twitter. Hit me up. Mun.
On all social media at MoneyB69. You want to follow the show at Going Way Back Show on Twitter. Of course, if you need that dope photography and beats, at Maxwell Info. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if you want to hear more of the music, check out the Going Way Back Show website, which is goingwaybackshow.com. And until next time, people,
Be
Easy.
we have.
It's the Goin Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.
Thanks for visiting the Going Way Back Show channel. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and click that like button.